right, it's 6:25 a.m. and we're on our way to Starbucks. We're gonna be getting an order for $7 for 3.2 miles, and then they added on another order for $6.33 for an additional 1.7 miles. So this is a great way to start the morning. Let's go on and get it. We have both orders. The first one is going to be a house. Please do not ring the doorbell, and thank you. Kind of in shock that we got such good orders right from the get-go. I'm so used to getting those lousy orders when we first start the day, and it's just, you know, like a $5 order or one $6 order, not two orders that are decent for the miles. It's like this one coming up, we only got to drive 3 minutes to drop it off. It is so nice and close. Such a rare treat. All right, we're turning into the neighborhood. And it's going to be, I think, the first house on the left. Which is crazy. This is very good, though. Very good. Oh, yeah, it's this pretty house here on the left with the black garage doors. Very nice. I like black garage doors. The sound of it doesn't sound good, but visually when you look at it, it's not too bad. That was a basic drop off. Now we're off to the next one, 3 minutes away, 1 mile. We have a gate code and a thank you and a leave at the door. All right, let's get over there. $11.01 for 25.7 miles. No effing way. That is too far, period. And make sure we find the right place. Oh my God, they send so many crazy messages. All right, just straight ahead. All right. Okay, well that was an easy drop off. That wasn't too big of a deal at all. So an order just came in from Vaughn's. It was $13.50 for 6.5 miles, but it was 2 orders and it totaled 17 items. And so I just divided it by 2, and I'm like, that's less than $8 per person that I'd be shopping for. And so it's been so good already at the get-go, so I was like, that's borderline good. So I'm gonna wait for good. I had my usual vegetable, $6.09 for 4.4 miles. No, I had my usual stir-fried vegetables last night, and they were good. And then I saw on my McDonald's app that 2,600 of my McDonald's points were going to expire this week. So I got the family about 2,600 points worth of food, like all these just random things that they offer at McDonald's. It was like like Happy Meals and, all that kind of thing. But it was funny, at the McDonald's, there was the guy who kept bringing out the food. And, when you use the points, you can only order one special deal at a time. So he had to come to my car about 4 times to bring me my stuff. And he was not happy. He was like really mad that I was doing that. But I wasn't going to stand inside the store and wait for every single one to come out. Because, sometimes it's awkward waiting inside the McDonald's. So I was like, I'm just going to sit in my car, and I was close to the door. So I'm like, and they're usually just coming out anyway with multiple orders. So I don't know. And he was just a young kid, and he was doing his job all wrong. He was basically trying to do his job as $2.71 for 5.3 miles. No, he was trying to do his job like as fast as possible. And I'm thinking, you're getting paid by the hour. Don't go so fast. You're gonna burn yourself out. Walgreens, $12, 10.8 miles. No, he was going like 100 miles an hour, as if somehow they were paying him per drop off. Like every time he brought out something, like he was getting money for that. And I was thinking, you know what, you're going too fast. You're gonna burn yourself out. You can already tell it's ruining your day, and you're irritating. Let's see, $8, 7.1 miles. No, and he's irritating the customers because he's practically throwing the food at the customers as he's coming to their car to hand it to them. So I don't know. He probably won't last. You know, he's probably just gonna become angry and bitter and just quit. So, but yeah, so that's what the family had for dinner. And I just had my vegetables. I used that new USB-C microphone yesterday, and I did not like it at all. The sound quality was so terrible. I was listening to it, and the whole time, every time I accelerated the car, it was picking up the sound of the car accelerating, and then also was picking up the noise from the air conditioner. And I had to spend extra time like trying to adjust the volume of each clip, and I'm like, this is not worth it. Just for that, just because I want to switch. $6, 2.8 miles, Starbucks. That looks like a good one. Let me screen capture it. Let me accept it. I don't know which Starbucks we're going to. Oh, I got to turn around. All right, let's head on over to Starbucks and pick it up. First, I thought the sound was because the fan was blowing on the microphone, you know, because it was so hot yesterday. But I could tell by listening to the sound, it was whenever I accelerated, whenever I stepped on the pedal to accelerate, the volume level of the sound would increase. And it was like it was the frequency of the acceleration of the car was what the microphone was picking up on. So I was like, oh no, this microphone is no good for driving in the car. I mean, I think it sounds great at home when I use it because it picks up everything, the nuances and everything of my voice. So I think I'll just keep that microphone at home, and then whenever I do shopping, I'll just scream into the microphone, because I don't talk into the phone microphone and the shopping list portion of our video that often. It's real brief, and it's kind of like a joke, I'm just telling you real fast like what we're shopping for. So it's not as critical as this moment in time, where I'm really, talking for long periods of time. We got the order. We're headed off to a house, and it's just a standard leave at the door. 5 minutes away, 2 miles. Let's go. Can't believe how close we're getting to 1,000 subscribers. We're at 981 currently as of today. And I think it's working out that I'm showing the videos back to back Monday through Thursday at 10 a.m. I think it's creating more consistency, and people are actually, now having the expectation to watch them the following day. Once they see one, they know, oh, I'm going to get the next one tomorrow. So I think it's building consistency, and I think it's going to make people really want to subscribe, because now they feel like they can rely on the videos coming out regularly. And I think that's the most important thing for the people that are watching these videos, because it's sort of like it's like a diary or a journal. It's a video journal of what's happening, as far as delivering stuff. So, and it's a lot of people do this kind of job. So I think, people look forward to it, as an outlet to relate to somebody else who's experiencing something that they're experiencing. So yeah, I think it's working out really good. So I just look forward to, just like I say in every video, I want to get to that 1,000. So let's get it already. All right, we made it into the community, and let's find the house. Let's see here. Make sure I get the right address. As usual, make sure I don't drop off at the wrong house. People don't like that.
The customer
One more.
The order at their door.
It looks like it's this house on the left.
Leave at my door.
Turning it around. All right. I wanted to mention something about taxes. If you do this kind of work and you're worried that you're gonna mess up your taxes, use TurboTax. Use like a tax software program. Those people, like, those H&R Block people, they don't know what the hell they're doing, and they're not. If they F it up, they're not even responsible. They put all kinds of baloney in there. How they'll make sure they back you up if something goes wrong. Don't even believe it. It's a bunch of baloney. I have always done my taxes. I have never had a problem, and the only time I had a problem was when I hired an accountant to do my taxes and accounting when I had what was it called, an S corporation, and they effed it up so bad. And when I got rid of them, it took me months to resolve the issues. So I'll never again will I ever use anybody else, because when it comes to doing your taxes, the software's all automated, and then you just Google on the internet like what to do if something goes wrong. $4 for 1.3 miles. No, you Google online for like, well, what do you do in this situation and how do you resolve it? And they tell you, they give you advice on the internet, how to adjust it to get the darn thing to go through. But as far as this type of work, it's a basic contractor job. So you're doing basic tax deductions. Don't try to get fancy. A lot of people try. That's the problem people run into. They try to get fancy and they try to claim all these crazy deductions for like office space and write off their portions of their utilities and their rent. They try to just be all sneaky, and you can't do that, because this job, you're spending the majority of your time just on the road driving around. The percentage of time you're actually spending let's suppose you have a home office or an office in your bedroom, the amount of time you're spending in there is so minimal. It's not even worth the risk of being audited to even put it in. So just do the basic, the mileage, and then any kind of extras you might buy for the car. That's about it. And the money that you earn doing this job is so small that the taxes are really low. So I'm just like, I don't really understand why people get so anxious and crazy about tax season and hiring somebody to do their taxes. It makes zero. I mean, maybe you don't know how to use the computer. Now, if you don't know how to use the computer, you're out of luck. You got to find somebody to do your taxes. Rule number 1, learn how to use the computer. Okay, we're on our way to Vons. We're gonna shop for 13 items, and we're getting $12.14 for 3.3 miles. Let's go get it. It's currently 8:08 a.m. and it got really slow. I think I was at home for about 45 minutes to an hour. So I decided to just take an early lunch, and that way I could work all the way up until noon. So that's what I did, and I almost got a really good order. And I guess because one of the drop-offs was so close to the Las Vegas Boulevard, like I was analyzing it, and then I took too long, and so I missed it. It was like an $8 2 deliveries for 10 miles. So it was a good one, but I missed it. And it happens, that's life. So anyway, let's get on over to Vons. All right, well, we're arriving now at Vons, and let's take a look at what we're shopping for. Let's see here. What are we shopping for? It looks like we're going to shop for cheese, corn snack, tortillas, crackers, more crackers, puff corns, some chicken thighs, and we're going to shop for some potatoes and onions and some asparagus. And that looks like about it. So let's go on in and get it. All right, the groceries are loaded up. We're going 2 minutes away, just 0.3 miles, and it's a house, and it's a leave at the door. Can't get any easier than that. Let's go. Thing went fine, finding everything except for the chicken thighs. They wanted like the smaller packs of chicken thighs and 4 pounds, but they didn't have them. They only had the larger chicken thigh packs. So I got them one large chicken thigh pack, and it's actually 5.5 pounds instead of 4.5 pounds. So I don't know if they get that for free. I don't know what happens. All I know is that's all they had. So I just crossed my fingers and hoped for the best. I just hoped that it would go through. And it went through. So that's all that mattered to me. I'm like, well, the credit card approved it. So now they got 5.5 pounds instead of 4.5 pounds of chicken thighs. All right, we're almost there. Oh, thank God there's not a lot of kids here at this school. Thank you, Lord. It's not too bad. It should be here on the right. I think it's this next house.
The customer requested you leave the order.
Let's see. Yeah, it's this one.
They added the following instructions. Leave at my door.
Whenever it's slow like this, I always wonder what kind of video we're gonna have, because it is just super slow. Maybe I can think of a story I can tell you in case the video is super short. Let's see, what's a good story I can think of that happened? You know, a childhood story. Those are real innocuous. Those don't upset anybody because we're children. So it's pretty easy to tell a story from childhood. One time I had a nightmare that I was being attacked by a scarecrow with a pitchfork, and all this hay started coming out of my stomach instead of blood, and then I thought I was being set on fire, and when I woke up from the nightmare, I had fallen asleep next to one of those electric space heaters, and I was so close to the space heater that it singed the edges of my hair. And those are dangerous. I don't even know if they make those anymore, but those are those old-fashioned ones from the early 1980s. You know, those that glow, that really bright orange color. So those are super dangerous. And I remember just that was a unforgettable moment in time, almost being burned up by the space heater and having this crazy nightmare. Now that I'm fairly satisfied with the final product of my videos, I'm now trying to optimize everything. So that's what I've been doing this morning. When I get home, I've been trying to optimize the production process so that it's as streamlined as possible. So when I finally have all the files on my computer, there's a production process that just makes it super fast to put it together. And I'm still working on it because there's still a lot of hiccups to doing it. It's not as simple as it seems. Like when you're first doing it, you think to yourself, oh, I'm doing it the fastest way, and then as you're doing it, your mind starts to process the steps, and then when you're done, you start to realize, oh shoot, I could have done it faster if I did this step a totally different way. So that's where I'm at right now. I'm at a part where I'm trying to optimize a certain stage in the process to make it much faster. So it's coming along. I think it's gonna be able to reduce my time by about at least 20% to finish these videos, and I'm looking forward to that. So that way I can spend more time laying in the bed watching TV. Next one is going to be Walgreens. Shopping for 3 items, and we're going to be getting $7.75 for 2.2 miles. Not great, but it is so slow today. We got to get something. So let's head on over to Walgreens. All right, well, we're coming up upon Walgreens, and it's time to check and see what we're shopping for. It's not that many items, only 2. Oh, great, we don't have any internet. What the heck are we shopping for? We don't have any internet. Let me go and turn off my Wi-Fi. All right, let's take a look at what we're shopping for. We're shopping for a case of Coca-Cola, some granola bars, and some Advil. And that's all. That is all. Let's go in and get it. All right, we got all the stuff. It was very easy, no problem at all. We're going to be going to an apartment. It's 1.1 miles from here, 3 minutes. And they didn't give us a gate code. But we know the gate code. Or at least we should know the gate code. Oh dear, look at all the traffic. How typical. Typical. Everybody's leaving all at the same time. And this guy's gunning it. He can't wait 2 seconds for me to straighten out. Oh, people. Well, we're going to have to go a little bit of the long way around because there's just too many people. The people that ordered this, they were not very friendly. They didn't give me a gate code, and they didn't give me a building number. All they put was leave at the door. At least they were nice enough to say that and not say hand it to me. So that'll make it at least easier to dump their stuff off. But it would have been, nice if they would, they don't know if I have a way to get in or not. And you can tell by their pin, they didn't exactly drop their pin in the best location either. Well, customers, it's all about themselves. Me. All right, here we go. Let's see if we can find this apartment building. Let's see. See how accurate this pin is. It doesn't look accurate. I put my Google Maps on for the actual building number just in case. And just in case things don't go the right way. It says make a left here. Oh no, they did it right. Here is the building. Well, that's a shocker. Very shocking. All right, let's find out where let's see. Oh, it must be on the other side. I don't want to park here if it's on the other side. That wouldn't make any sense. And I gotta walk all the way around with their sodas. Like, that's a long walk.
Following instructions. Leave at my door.
Oh, is this the right way to go though? Oh, this is their backyard. Now I'm really screwing myself over. There's no access from this side of the building. Go around the other way. This is all a part of the job. Being a detective. You gotta be a little bit of a sleuth to figure out where everybody's at. Let's see here. Well, heck. Oh yeah, this is it. I was getting confused. This is it. Let's get it. I couldn't take any video because there's not enough cell phone service here, and I didn't want to risk losing the photo that I took a picture of. So I had to basically stand there for a few seconds and wait until I got a signal so I can get into the system. This thing is all wacky now. I'm trying to complete the delivery and it's just spinning. I gotta get a cell phone signal. I hate when I lose the picture because then you get a risk of the person saying it wasn't delivered. And if I click hand it to me, then they'll really dispute it. They'll say, he didn't hand it to me. Oh, there it goes, confirm. All right, we got it. We got it. We're good to go. All right, now once again, we're in waiting mode and it is just slower than molasses. We're about an hour and a half of dead time that we're not going to count for the day. It's currently 10 a.m. So if you do your math and you just remove about 2 hours from that, that takes us down to 8 o'clock. So we've really only been working for about an hour and a half or 2 hours. So you got to calculate that in when you look at the money that we have up in the top corner. Even though the shift is just, we have less than 2 hours of the shift left. So this is going to be a very low earnings day. But that's just life. That's life. All right, we're headed off to Munchbox, $9.02 for 3.2 miles. Let's go to Munchbox. Food was ready, so there's no problems. We're going to be going to a house. It's a leave at the door, and there's a gate code. Let's go drop off Munchbox. Starting to discover that because it's summertime, the air conditioning that comes on in this car is very strong and it muffles my voice. So when I'm getting ready to speak, I've got to turn off the air conditioner, and I've got to make sure I only talk in short bursts so that way I can get back to the air conditioning. I think it's going to be like that, especially once I get when we get to 120. Right now it's only like 78 degrees, but with the sun coming in, it's very strong. So it's like right now I feel like I'm underwater, and I got to get back to the surface and get some more air. Okay, we're in. It's got to go for a little bit of a ways, and then we will drop it off.
Turn left on Lotus Falls Street, then turn left on Daffodil Ridge Avenue.
I'm going to turn left here at this particular street, and then one more turn, and then it should be the house, probably the first or second house on the left.
Turn left on Daffodil
Once I
Ridge
turn,
Avenue, then drop off.
let's try to turn before this ADT truck. Oh, it's on the right. Oh, that's unusual. Okay, well. Okay, that went fine with no problems, except it's getting windy, and I normally leave my door ajar so the camera doesn't turn off, and the wind blew my door shut, and I thought, oh no, it turned the camera off, but it didn't. The camera was still rolling and got me walking in front of the car, so that worked out just fine. And now we're just back to waiting mode again. We are just in slow motion today, but that's all right. We're gonna be A-okay. Well, it's after 10 o'clock, so that means my latest video has been released. Let's see if we have any good comments. Let's see. Oh, somebody said, keeps getting better and better. That's nice. And then another person said, let me take a screen capture. I want to try to post so you guys can actually see the comments next to me on the screen. So happy about this upload. Just got my first order for the day. I wonder what he means by that. That sounds kind of cryptic. What does that mean? What does it mean? So happy about this upload. Just got my first order for the day. I don't understand. Oh, well, maybe it all makes sense. Well, it's now 10:31 a.m. We've got 90 minutes left in the day to go. And it is quiet as a mouse. I'm checking the apps to see if anything's happening. It is quiet. And then I'm also looking to see if I got any more subscribers. I have not. Let's see, any other comments? Nope, no other comments. Let's see how many people have watched the video so far. Oh, just 35. It's only been out for 32 minutes, so that's about normal. Usually it's about a view for every minute in the first hour, and that's normal. Okay, we got our next one. It ain't that great. It's shopping at Target. And we're getting $16.25. But we're only driving 6.3 miles. And here's the bad part. We gotta shop for 23 items. That is a lot of items. Oh well, it's slow. I'm not gonna worry about it. So all right, let's head on down to Target. Yeah. Let's take a look at what we're shopping for. It looks like we're shopping for hold on, Uber. Oh God, that's a terrible offer. No thanks. Go offline. Back to shopping. Let's see. We're gonna get some chicken tenders, plant-based ones, some cat food. Oh good, it's a lot of cat food. That's great. It's all in the same place. Some cat food stuff, and we're gonna be getting some more cat food, and then we're gonna get some laundry. Oh, this is easy. Oh, thank goodness. It's mostly all in the cat food section. We got the stuff, not too many problems at all. It's just so many different types of cat food. It took a while to figure out where everything was. Some of the stuff was in one aisle and more of the stuff was in the next aisle. And then they didn't have the type of laundry detergent that they wanted. They wanted this blue container of all detergent or something. So I got the one closest to it, and that's what they're gonna get. Period. 12 minutes away, 4 miles, it's a house, leave at my door, please do not ring the doorbell. That's it. Something funny happened. This guy was in front of, was two people ahead of me, and he was paying for his order, and when the order was completed, he's like, can I get cash back? And she's like, oh no, I've already completed your transaction. She's like, you'll have to buy something else for me to give you cash back. So he was like looking and scouring all over the checkout stand. He found something, and then she slid it through, and then he paid for it, and the receipt just popped out again. And she's like, oh my God, I'm sorry. It's like, are you using a debit card? And he's like, yeah. And she's like, well, are you pushing debit when you're doing it? And he's like, no, I'm pushing credit. He's like, well, that's why you gotta press debit. And he was just so flustered. He's like, oh, never mind. He left with his purchase and some second purchase that he didn't even want. We got some more comments. Somebody wrote, the words underneath the icons are, I think he meant tiny. He put ting, and with no background, can't be read. But don't think you need the words. Your regular viewers know about the icons and what they mean. Yeah, that's true. But when he sees this newest video that I've been making, I've completely changed this. There's no small text anymore below the icons. Now it's a big word that's glowing up in the main menu. I continue to enjoy the longer videos. Feels like I'm riding with a buddy while I'm getting work done. It's like you provide another service keeping us company. Yeah, that's the whole point of making the videos. That's why it's called ride along. Like, you're just kind of hanging out. So that way it's not like these other videos where they're more goal oriented. There's a lot of videos out there that try to get you like, here's the tips that I do to be a superstar at delivering. Or some people do it where they just want to document what happens to them when they're delivering stuff. And this one's just more like a hangout. It's just a place where you're just in the car and we're just chit-chatting. The delivering's secondary. The whole main thing is that you're just like, you're in the car for fun, just to hang out and enjoy the day. So I guess that's what makes it, a different type of video. And that's why they're longer, because you're really having the experience of hanging out. So I think that's it. Oh, here's another one. Fun to follow you on Google Earth. Somebody's stalking me. Keeps getting better and better. Oh, that's awesome. And then let's see. Yep, that's it. So those are all the newest comments. All right. We're still on our way to the delivery. We still have 8 minutes to go, 2.5 miles. We're just about there, everybody. On the right.
The customer requested you leave the order at their door. They added the following instructions.
Alright.
Leave at my door. Please do not ring doorbell.
I'm not going to ring your doorbell, don't worry. Well, it's 11:19 a.m. We probably only have time for one more, and then that's gonna do it. So we'll just see what happens. Maybe we'll get something and maybe we won't. But in the meantime, I'm making my way back towards home base. Not $6.39 for 1.8 miles Albertsons, but shop for 3 items. I don't think so. I'm not shopping for less than $8. I don't care if it's one item or nothing. I ain't getting out of this car and walking into a grocery store for less than $8, period. Well, I don't know if I'm gonna do another one, is what I was about to say. I'm kind of hungry. The last time I ate it was like $3.49 for 8 miles. Indian food. Oh no. Yeah, the last time I ate, I think it was like, I want to say it was 7:30 in the morning, and that was my lunch. And it wasn't even really a lunch. It was some peanut butter on bread with a banana. And did I have milk with it? I think I might have had milk with it, and that's it. So I might want to just wrap up, but I don't know. It's 11:22, so I've got time, I guess. I have basically 8 minutes. They better come up with something in 8 minutes. So I'll get back to you in 8 minutes. All right, everybody, this is the end of the show. It is 11:30 a.m. and we worked, let's see, 6:30, 7:30, 8:30, 9:30, 10, 4 hours minus an hour and a half. 4, that's 3. We worked 2.5 hours. Oh, my bad. We worked 3.5 hours. It was 3.5. Dang. How is that possible? But yeah, we worked 2.5 hours. Look at the total. That's how much money we made. You can see the hourly rate above us. So now you know how much money we made per hour for working for 2.5 hours. We drove approximately 39 miles and we got 63.2 miles to the gallon. It was a real crappy day. And yet it was a great day. So thank you so much for watching. We'll see you again on the next one. Bye for now.